Tonight, you walk outside and look up at the sky. The moon is gone. No explosion, no warning, no news alerts, just gone. And in its place, a perfectly black circle, darker than the night sky itself. A hole in reality. A black hole has replaced the moon. And humanity has no idea what is about to happen next. Because the scariest part? We wouldn't die instantly. We would watch the end coming, slowly. Let's begin with the first question everyone asks. Would Earth be sucked in immediately? Surprisingly, no. And this is where things get terrifying. The first truth that will shock you. Black holes are not cosmic vacuum cleaners. If the moon were magically replaced with a black hole of the same mass as the moon, Earth would continue orbiting almost normally. Gravity depends on mass, not size. So if the moon's mass stayed the same, Earth wouldn't suddenly get pulled in. Which means something even more disturbing. At first, life continues. People go to work. Cars drive. Planes fly. Most humans wouldn't even realize anything happened. But within hours, scientists would notice something deeply wrong. Because the moon doesn't just give us gravity, it gives us stability. And without it, Earth begins to lose control. Night 1. The sky becomes impossible. Look up at the night sky. Instead of a glowing moon, you see a pitch-black sphere surrounded by warped starlight. This is gravitational lensing. The black hole bends light around it like a glass marble bending light in water. Stars behind it appear stretched into glowing rings. The sky would look like reality itself is melting. Astronomers call this an Einstein ring, and humanity would instantly panic, because the moon disappearing is terrifying. But seeing space warp with your own eyes? That's when people realize something cosmic has gone horribly wrong. But the sky is only the beginning. The real danger is happening in the oceans. Day 1. The oceans go insane. The moon controls Earth's tides. Right now, it pulls our oceans twice a day, creating the tides we know. Remove the moon, and the entire tidal system collapses. At first, tides become weaker, but then a new problem appears. The sun now becomes the dominant tidal force. Solar tides are weaker but chaotic. Coastlines begin experiencing unpredictable flooding patterns. Fishing industries collapse instantly. Shipping routes become dangerous. Entire ecosystems begin dying within days. Millions of marine species rely on lunar tidal rhythms to survive. Coral spawning, crab migrations, fish breeding cycles, all disrupted overnight. The ocean food chain begins collapsing immediately. And humanity doesn't even realize this is only the beginning. Because the moon does something even more important, something that has protected Earth for billions of years. The secret job of the moon. The moon stabilizes Earth's tilt. Right now, Earth is tilted about 23.5 degrees. This tilt gives us seasons. Without the moon's gravitational pull stabilizing Earth, our planet begins to wobble. Slowly at first, then faster, then uncontrollably. Over the next months and years, Earth's tilt could swing between 0 degrees and 85 degrees. Imagine the North Pole facing the sun directly, or the equator becoming the coldest place on Earth. Climate would stop being predictable. Seasons would become violent and chaotic. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, because humanity's first real danger comes much sooner, within days, and it comes from the sky. Week 1. Satellites start dying. Thousands of satellites orbit Earth right now. GPS, internet, weather prediction, banking systems, military defense, all rely on stable gravitational conditions. The moon helps stabilize Earth's orbital environment. Without it, tiny orbital changes begin affecting satellites. Collisions increase. Orbital debris grows. Within months, a chain reaction begins. This is called Kessler syndrome. One satellite crash creates debris. Debris destroys more satellites, which creates more debris. Within months, Earth becomes surrounded by a deadly cloud of metal fragments traveling faster than bullets. Space travel stops. Satellite launches stop. Global GPS fails. Internet infrastructure weakens. Modern civilization begins losing its invisible support systems. And still, Earth itself hasn't even begun the real catastrophe, because the worst effect of losing the moon takes years to fully reveal itself, and it changes the length of our day. The day starts getting shorter. The moon is slowly slowing Earth's rotation. Every century, days get slightly longer because the moon steals Earth's rotational energy through tides. Without the moon, Earth stops losing rotational speed. Over millions of years, the day would stabilize around 6 to 8 hours long. But changes start immediately. Earth's rotation begins fluctuating unpredictably. Weather systems go insane. Stronger jet streams, more violent storms, unpredictable hurricane seasons. Climate models would become useless. Humanity loses its ability to predict the future of weather. But this still isn't the biggest long-term danger. The biggest danger is Earth's tilt chaos. And when that fully kicks in, civilization begins collapsing. Decades later, the tilt catastrophe. Without the moon stabilizing Earth, gravitational nudges from other planets start affecting us, especially Jupiter. Earth begins to wobble, like a spinning top losing balance. Over thousands of years, the tilt swings wildly. Imagine this: the Sahara Desert becomes a frozen wasteland. Antarctica becomes a tropical jungle. Then the cycle reverses. Ice ages come and go rapidly. Sea levels rise and fall unpredictably. Entire cities become uninhabitable within generations. Agriculture collapses. Food supply becomes unstable. Human civilization becomes a constant adaptation battle. And all of this happens because we lost a rock in the sky. But remember, we replaced the moon with a black hole, and the black hole itself hasn't done anything yet. Until now. Because black holes don't stay quiet forever. The invisible danger, accretion. Space is not empty. It's filled with dust, gas, and tiny particles. The black hole would begin slowly feeding. At first, this feeding is invisible. But as material falls towards the black hole, it forms an accretion disk, a glowing ring of superheated matter. And this is where things become deadly. Because accretion disks are among the hottest objects in the universe, hotter than the surface of the sun. Millions of degrees. As the disk forms, it begins emitting radiation, X-rays, gamma rays, radiation that Earth's atmosphere struggles to block. Slowly, the night sky begins glowing faintly, then brighter, then terrifyingly bright. The moon's replacement becomes a glowing cosmic furnace in the sky. Night stops being dark. Animals lose migration patterns. Sleep cycles break. Mental health worldwide deteriorates. But the real threat from radiation is still building. Thousands of years later, the final phase. Eventually, Earth's orbit would begin drifting. Tiny gravitational nudges accumulate. Over millions of years, Earth's orbit could destabilize. And here is the terrifying possibility. Earth could slowly spiral towards the black hole. Not in minutes, not in days, but over millions of years. Humanity would see the black hole growing larger in the sky across generations. Each generation watching it grow.
year by year, century by century, a cosmic countdown, until one day the sky would look like this, the last day of Earth. The black hole fills the sky, stars behind it stretch into glowing arcs, time itself begins to distort, gravity grows stronger, tides become mountains of water, earthquakes never stop, volcanoes awaken everywhere, the atmosphere begins escaping into space, and then Earth crosses the entry horizon, the point of no return. From the outside, Earth would appear frozen in time, forever falling, never arriving. From Earth's perspective, time speeds up. The universe outside ages rapidly. Stars die, galaxies drift away.
In humanity's final moments, we would watch the universe race toward its distant future. Before Earth is torn apart atom by atom, spaghettified, stretched into a stream of matter wrapping around a black hole, the end of our planet would not be an explosion. It would be a slow unraveling, a cosmic whisper, the final thought. The moon looks harmless, quiet, beautiful, silent, but it has protected Earth for billions of years, stabilizing our climate, guiding our oceans, protecting our future. Remove the moon, and Earth doesn't die instantly. It slowly loses its balance, its rhythm, its stability, until one day the planet we call home can no longer survive. So tonight, when you see the moon in the sky, remember, that rock is the reason you exist.